I'm Andrew Dwight and I'm here to talk to you about interior design using SketchUp and PlusSpec. Now I've just gone onto the internet here and I've just chosen and to look at, or I've just Google searched interior design, and there's some brilliant interior designers around the world that come up with some fantastic work that the clients love. Now I wanted to show you how you could go about creating this kind of stuff without having to know what it is the client is actually got in their mind. You can actually come up with suggestions and give them several suggestions on how you think that the room could be set out. What I'll do is I'll just minimize this screen down here, and I'm just going to go over here, and we've got a toolbar here that comes with PlusSpec, and essentially what it does, it actually allows you to go and choose materials and textures that you might want to use on a job. Now I'm going to use a wall construction method, and this one being brick veneer, and I guess everything's going to depend on the type of job that's either being designed by the architect or the type of job that you've got existing with a client, and you might want to go through and measure this up and type in the wall sizes and everything that you're going to do and work out your angles. It's reasonably easy to do. You can even just trace over a simple plan. Okay, so you can just import a plan and put it over. So what I did is I simply drew up a few walls there. It's just a bit of an example. I guess to give us a little bit more realistic view, I'm going to just put a roof on, so I'm going to generate roof from walls. And if you're doing the exterior and interior design, you might want to go through and change the colors of the timber, the roofing, sorry, that's inside of there, and you can go through and choose, a whole heap of different colors there, and same with cappings and so on. I think for the point of the exercise is we're talking about interior design, so therefore we'll look at this. So what I need to do is we need to look at the inside of the house. Now I haven't put internal walls in here, and I'm just doing this quickly to give you an understanding of how you can go about figuring out what colors go in there. So I'm just going to choose a bifold door and walk inside of this house. Okay, and when I actually chose the wall, it had a product inside of that wall that was already available through PlusSpec. I actually just created it a second ago. But what I can also do is I can go through and change the interior colors of the walls. So if I go back to my wall tool and I go to my materials and I go down to the existing wallpaper, and I said, well, I might not like that one. I might want a stripy wallpaper or a pattern wallpaper. And I can quickly choose several pre-existing options. And I can go submit, and I can see how it would look with that. There might be a window in this room when you've measured it up, or the architect's designed it with a window in the room, and I can go and put several different types of windows and different types and styles and so on of windows. So it might be a bifold window, whatever it is, and I can go and put my window in. I can type in the measurements like this, and now I have windows inside of my wall. Right, obviously wall textures aren't the only thing that comes with interior design, and we've got flooring, and we've got a whole heap of different types of flooring, and most of these are to use with standard products that we would use all around the world. So you'll notice if it's got generic, it means it hasn't got a brand associated with it, but it's very easy to create your own materials. So I can go into here and I might want to use carpet, or I might want to use timber flooring, different colors, tiles, veneers. You'll notice this is new age veneers. You can use them on the walls, tiles. But if there's something in there that, if there's a product that you want to specify that's not in there, you will want to create your own. So I'll quickly put this floor in so we can see how it looks with the colors on our walls, and I won't get too caught up in this. And now I have a floor in there, and now I can put skirtings in there, and I can put everything else in there as well very quickly. Obviously furniture layout is one of the most important things, so we can actually go up to these little cubes up here, and there's several ways. We've got products that are already built inside of it. So if I went to here and I went to furniture, I could choose some simple products. So there's a reasonably ugly type of a bed there, and it's a queen size, and I might need it to be a king size or a double or a single. I'll make it a single and apply, and I can move that bed around. There's another option as well, whereas I can go back up to my little boxes here and hit this ruby diamond here. What it'll do, it's going to open a website called Ruby Sketch, and I can simply go into here and I can choose brands. So there's already something sitting straight in front of me now, and I can just scroll through it, and I might want to choose a wall bed. I can drag and drop that wall bed in, and I can look at different products. Okay, so a wall bed. Let's have a look at what a wall bed does. First things first, I might want to position it on a wall because it might be a spare room or something we're working on here. Okay, so I'm going to put this wall bed over here, and let's have a look at how the wall bed works. So I can actually go here and I can open the doors and I can drop the bed down. But there's a few things that we learnt from this straight away. Number one, I won't be able to use that bed in that position, so I'd have to move this bed if this was going to be the case. Back over to here. And now I can see that this spare room could be quite easily used with the wall bed in it. I can close it up and I can close the doors. And I'm really showing a client how it is that I expect the room to look. I can put paintings on the wall as well. So if I went back to Ruby Sketch into here and over to here, and I went to say paintings, I go to my brands, and there's a brilliant little photographer named Tom Dennehy, and I'll see if I can find it. HIJKLNOP. Where is it? You probably can all see it. Here it is here. It's not a very easy to find that image, and he's got some wonderful pictures that he's done here and put up inside of Ruby Sketch. So now I can go and drag and drop this one into here. So I'll just move it there, and I might want to look at several different pictures at the same time. Put it over here, and we can start to place these in the model. Okay, so I'll go over here and I might put this one here. Right. Okay. As you can see, look, I mean, it's stuff that's already been created, and I can move them around and put them wherever I want to. The thing is that customization and unique design is valuable to clients and valuable to owners. So I'm just going to stick this one here. Oops. Move it over here. Over to here. We're working in 3 dimensions here, so sometimes you need to navigate around to place things correctly. And you can see the placement of those photos needs to be changed, but I guess you're getting an understanding of what I'm doing. Okay, let's have a look at how we go about creating our own custom wallpapers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my wall tool, back into here, and I'm going to go to my materials and go down to here. Now you'll notice there's several things. I can find more materials. I can manage and delete some materials. They might have gone out of stock or something, but I can also create materials. If I click on create materials, it's chosen the wall that I drew last with. Okay, but what I can do, I can actually go and choose an image from my computer. So I might want to put bricks on the wall, or I might want to put a photograph on the wall. I might want to put anything, and you can go to manufacturers' websites and you can actually go and choose a particular product that you might want to do. And I'm going to make something that stands out here. I'm going to choose this one here. I'm going to go open, and it's now come up and it's shown me how it's going to look on the wall. But it's also given me the ability to change the width of the texture. So for instance, it might be a flower, and that flower and the total distance of the flower from here to here might be 300 millimeters. So I can type in 300 millimeters, and you'll see that it's changed the size over here. If I said 3000 millimeters, it's going to be massive. Okay, so what I might do is I might make it, I don't know, 1500 millimeters is the size of this texture. Okay, and I'm going to go down here, I'm going to call it a name. So how about I call it a name, and I can associate a brand with it if I want to. If I left it generic, it would be generic product a name, and you would think I would type that properly. Okay, and I need to also put in the width in millimeters. Okay, there you go, create material, and what's happening in the background is it's generated a material that I can use on that wall. I can simply drag and drop this image from here, and I can put it into here. And you'll see over here, give it a moment because it's downloading, and it's now got generic, no brand, a name. Okay, obviously if it had a brand I would do that. Now I can go and draw a new wall with it, so I can go out here and I can draw, say, a wall. Let's have a look, maybe like this and like this, and it will have that texture on it already. But obviously I want to go and change an existing wall, so I'm going to go and I'm going to select this wall over here. Go back to my wall tool, and I'm going to go down into my materials, and I'm going to try and find generic brand a name and go submit. Right, now I have a large texture on the wall there. I can quickly show clients how things are going to look. There's a lot more to this, guys, and there's so many easy to use functions. It's just a matter of practice. It's a great way to get back into the workforce if you're not in there now. You can put things like ceiling fans in there, and you can go into those ceiling fans and you can change the heights of them. So there's a whole heap of things you can do, where you can simply place them manually. You can go in and choose PowerPoints. Put a PowerPoint over here, say, and zoom in. Right, I've got a PowerPoint there, and I can go and type in the heights of those PowerPoints and how they're supposed to work and so on. But I can actually start to create something that a client can have a look around and understand what it is I've had in my mind. And then the client goes, well, I like it, but that texture on the wall is ugly, and that would be correct. And you can go and change them very, very quickly. It's a great way to set out houses. Now, I've just done one room quickly in front of you, and we're at about 10 minutes now while I explain it. But to do this and to learn how to do this, it takes a day. We do a course, and you can come along to that course, and we can teach you all about creating different materials and how to show clients through houses, and how to show them what your vision of their particular house is. I hope it helps out, and as I said, it's a great way to get back into the workforce, and I'm sure that you could impress your clients very, very quickly, right down to where the shadows come in. We can even tell them, lights and shadows and so on. The name of the software is PlusSpec, and it works inside of SketchUp, and I'm sure you'll be very happy with it. Cheers.